Ever wondered why the scale seems to jump right after you've had a meal? It's a question that's puzzled many of us, and one that's often surrounded by misconceptions. One of the most common myths is the belief that indulging in a single large meal can result in instant fat gain. But here's the truth. Our bodies are complex machines, and weight fluctuation is a normal part of their daily operation. Throughout the day, your weight can vary for a multitude of reasons. It could be water retention, the weight of the food itself, or even the timing of your last meal. However, this doesn't necessarily equate to fat gain. It's important to understand that immediate weight gain after meals is often temporary and does not directly translate to increased body fat. So what's the real deal with immediate weight gain after meals? Let's dive into the science behind it. Now, the body is a complex machine, and the process of weight gain isn't as immediate as we might think. Let's break it down and delve into the science behind eating and weight gain. See, when you consume food, your body's primary goal is to extract the necessary nutrients and energy it needs to function optimally. It does this through a process called digestion. This begins in your mouth, where enzymes start to break down the food. It then travels down into your stomach, where it is churned and mixed with stomach acid to form a semi-liquid state. From there, it moves into your small intestine, where the majority of nutrient absorption occurs. But what happens to the food that isn't immediately used for energy? Well, the body is quite efficient and hates to waste. So any energy that isn't used right away gets stored for later use. And where does it get stored? Mostly in your fat cells. However, it's crucial to understand that this process doesn't happen overnight. The body doesn't immediately convert every bite you take into fat. This is a gradual process, and it can take several hours or even days for your body to fully digest, absorb, and store the nutrients from the food you eat. So if you've ever stepped on the scale after a big meal and noticed a sudden increase in weight, don't panic. This doesn't mean you've instantly gained body fat. More likely, it's a combination of increased stomach content and water retention, especially if you've consumed high-sodium foods. Sodium can cause your body to hold on to extra water, which can also lead to a temporary increase in weight. In reality, true weight gain, that is an increase in body fat, is a result of consistently consuming more calories than your body needs over a sustained period. It's the big picture, the long-term patterns that truly matter. So while your weight might increase after a meal, this doesn't mean you've instantly gained body fat. So, if it's not fat, what's causing that immediate weight jump after meals? You might wonder. Well, there are several factors that can contribute to this immediate weight gain, and it's not necessarily about piling on fat. Firstly, let's talk about water retention. Ever noticed how bloated you feel after a salty meal? That's because high-sodium foods cause our bodies to hold on to more water. This extra water weight can lead to a noticeable uptick on the scale. It may seem disheartening, but don't worry, it's not permanent. As your body processes the sodium, the water weight will naturally drop off. Next, let's consider the increased stomach content from large meals. When we eat a lot in one sitting, our stomachs expand to accommodate the extra food. This increase in stomach volume adds weight, but again, it's not permanent. As your body digests the food, your stomach returns to its normal size, and the extra weight disappears. Lastly, we need to remember that the food and drink we consume have their own weight. If you chug down a 2-pound smoothie, guess what? You're going to be 2 pounds heavier, at least temporarily. This weight will gradually decrease as your body processes the food and drink. So it's important to realize that these immediate fluctuations in weight are often temporary and don't necessarily reflect an increase in body fat. Your body is a complex system constantly processing and adapting to what you feed it. It's normal for your weight to fluctuate throughout the day based on many factors, including what and when you eat, your hydration levels, and even your stress levels. Understanding these factors can help us better interpret the numbers on the scale and keep our weight management goals on track. So the next time you see an unexpected increase on the scale, don't panic. Take a moment to consider these factors and remember, it's about the long-term trends, not the day-to-day fluctuations. Now that we've demystified immediate weight gain after meals, what are the key points to remember? Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. We began our journey by debunking the weight gain misconception. It's crucial to understand that the scale's sudden spike after a meal doesn't mean we've packed on pounds of fat. Our body's weight fluctuates naturally throughout the day, influenced by factors such as food and fluid intake, physical activity, and even the time of the day. We then dived into the science of eating and weight gain. Here, we learned that weight gain is an intricate process that doesn't happen instantly. When we eat, our body first breaks down the food into nutrients, which are then absorbed into the bloodstream. These nutrients provide the energy our body needs to function and are stored for future use. Any excess, particularly from carbohydrates and fats, is stored as body fat. But remember, this process takes time. Our body doesn't magically convert a single meal into fat. Then, we explored the factors influencing immediate weight gain. We discovered that salt and carbohydrates play a significant role. Consuming a high-salt meal can cause our body to retain more water, leading to a temporary increase in weight. Likewise, carbohydrates, especially refined ones, can cause our body to store more water, resulting in a momentary weight gain. So, what's the big takeaway? Understanding these factors is key to managing our weight effectively. It helps us make informed dietary choices and maintain a balanced approach to eating. It's not about eliminating certain foods or panicking over the scale's day-to-day fluctuations. It's about understanding our body's natural processes and working with them, not against them. So next time the scale jumps after a meal, don't panic. It's not instant fat gain, it's just science at work. Thank you for watching, and remember, every step towards understanding our bodies is a step towards healthier living.